Have you ever felt that you have so much clutter in your space, in your mental space, and it's blocking you from moving forward to get on track with managing your money? Do you feel like every time that you try to get on track, it just seems like everything is all over the place? If that's you, I have something for you. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Latasha Brown. My hopes is that when you land on this channel that you leave informed, inspired, and ignited, leave filled up with hope that you've landed in a safe space, because this here channel is a no judgment zone. My purpose is to help moms, wives, women to experience a greater life and financial life. So thank y'all for rocking it out with your girl. Today, I'm going to give you some tips to consider when it comes to kicking and ditching the clutter, y'all. I hands down know how it feels to feel like everything is all over the place and you're not in a good mental space when it comes to managing your money. So I'm going to drop some tips for you to consider to get organized financially. So let's just dive right in. Tip number one is to use a bill due date calendar. Listen, I know that we all know when our bills are due, but it changes the game when you see those due dates on a calendar along with your paycheck date, right? Because this is what it does. It allows you to visualize what's due on what week and how much. And you can get a sense of, okay, is this bill aligned to the proper due date? If not, that leads us to tip number two. Stagger your payments. What you would do if that due date is not aligned to the proper paycheck date, what that means is it could be putting a drain and strain on your paycheck, meaning you may have too many bills coming out of one paycheck. So what you can do is stagger them, and you do that by contacting your providers, and that's what the bill due date calendar allow you to do, to see what makes sense and what should fall on what paycheck, right? So what you do is contact the provider and your bill provider and say, hey, you know what, I want to change my due date. And since you have that bill due date calendar, you can specifically align and give them the date so that it falls on the proper due date, especially if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly or however. It helps you get a good sense of when should this be paid, what is the proper paycheck period for that particular bill. Then we're going to move on to tip number three. Tip number three is to bundle your bills. A lot of times we have bills everywhere. We have the internet, we have the satellite, we have, different bills that are due throughout the month, and it can be a lot. I mean, that's where the clutter comes in when it comes to, managing your bills and paying your bills. But if you can bundle as many bills as you can, for example, bundle the internet, bundle the satellite, bundle the cell phone bills, contact the provider, see what special offers that they have when it comes to bundling. Even when it comes to your insurance, bundle your car insurance, bundle your home mortgage insurance, bundle your life insurance policies. You can get a great discount from just bundling your accounts, and it allows you to kick that clutter. All right, moving on to tip number four. Make sure you separate your accounts. Once you start getting organized, when you separate your accounts, it changes the game literally, because what you can do is, now that you have a good idea of when your bill's going to be due and what paycheck each bill fall on, you can separate your accounts to have an account for just your bills. And what that means is that you are paying your bills only out of this account. And then what you could do is, many of us pay our bills online, right? So you don't even have to carry that debit card. That account is only for you to pay your bills. You can also have it drafted out on a particular month. You can save money by doing it that way as well. And that will give you even greater organization. So separate your accounts and have a bill account, then have a separate account for spending only, And what you can do is have a specific amount based on your budget of how much you're spending each month and have that direct deposited, or either you can move that money over to that account, and that account is specifically for spending your expenses, such as your variable expenses, grocery, gas, fun things you do, self-care, things that are not your typical bills, things that you can swipe and spend your money with. And then you can have your money for your savings account, and you can also automate that process for even more organization. All right, we're gonna move right on to tip number 5, and this is our last tip. Tip number 5 is to set up alerts and notifications. When you are trying to get organized, setting up notifications and alerts will help you tremendously, because you don't have to even worry about it. You're getting an alert from when you get your direct deposit. You get an alert or notification when you have things that transfer over to your different accounts. And it gives your mind up, it gives you that peace of mind that things are being done, and you can take your hands off. You can take your hands off and kind of relax when it comes to setting up these systems for you. And then what it also does is it makes sure that things are moving the way that it needs to move. And then setting up those notifications and alerts, you can even set up balance alerts for when things get, if you spend it, especially on your spending account, if you allow yourself a specific amount to spend, then if you're close to that amount, you'll get an alert or notification, and you will know, hey, it's time to pump the brakes when it comes to spending your money. So I'm super excited to hear from you. I hope these tips were helpful, valuable to you, or even just simple reminders when it comes to ditching the clutter. Because I know hands down that having a lot of clutter and you're not organized when it comes to your money, it can be stressful, and that's when overwhelm step in, and then you feel like you cannot make the moves that you need to make to get on track. So I welcome you to drop a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if this was helpful to you. Engage with me. I love hearing from you. And do me a great big favor. Drop a comment, of course, but also like this video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear more from me when it comes to experiencing greater financial health, budgeting wisely, saving money, and all that great stuff when it comes to financial literacy, education, and wellness. Financial wellness, so super important. And let's grow together. Let's continue to grow together. So I look forward in hearing from you. Make sure you bang on that notification bell so that you're notified when I drop another video. And I hope that you all have an abundant week, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye y'all.